Welcome back, travelers, and as you can see, this is a new segment called The Legendary Lore. This time we're going to be going over the entirety of the legends in Commander Legends. I am here with my cuddly co-host, Joe. Joe, say hi.
If there were a canine with a PhD, would Dogtor be his title or his name?
So this is how we're going to break it down. First, we're going to look at the commander. In this case, Prismatic Piper. I'm going to ask Joe what he knows about the legend. Joe, what do you know about this legend?
So that guy's got a pipe, as like a piper would.
Yeah.
He's pretty colorful, almost prismatic. But he's also not colorful.
So the Prismatic Piper is actually, it's like an extraplanar entity. In the storyline, the lore of it, the idea is that he's like an Eldrazi or an Ur-Dragon, where he goes between planes and appears to people in need. So if there's like, say, a red mage who's tossing fireballs and he's going to die, suddenly this entity will like not possess him, but like enter unto him and give him the ability to use a different color of magic. So that's kind of like the idea behind it, is that it's this shape-shifting elemental spirit that goes to people that are in danger and gives them the ability to cast spells other than what they normally could to survive. And that's really it's perfectly shown in its ability, which is you decide what color it is so that you can cast stuff that's that color that you normally wouldn't be able to. I love that. And
it's really well thought out.
Yeah, and this, along with 5 others, because this is the next part, I'm going to say who I think it would be a best partner with. Prismatic Piper literally is meant to go with anyone. This one and the familiars are going to kind of just get tossed out on this count. They can go with anything. They're meant to go with anything. Everyone else is going to have a suggestion, basically.
Basically, if you find a good solo commander.
Yeah.
And just like, it has partner, just like, okay, just throw one of these with it.
Yeah, a good partner. Because there's 2-color commanders. So you can make a 3-color deck with some of your 2-color commanders. Like Sidor Konda could have this guy. Of course, at this point, there's literally no reason to use this guy outside of Limited. So, oh well. Joe, this is the last part. How do you feel about this card?
He looks friendly.
Let me get this mouse out of the way. Next up, we have Akroma. She's a classic. Joe, tell me everything you know about Akroma. Go.
Okay, Akroma is an angel. She was in the original Dual Decks, Divine versus Demonic. She's a really strong angel. She kills things. She has a monument. She has a vengeance.
It's a memorial.
Vengeance.
But yeah, so basically Akroma was a creation of the illusion mage Ixidor. Ixidor's whole deal was that he could create things out of nothing. That's where the original morph idea came from, was that morph was a bunch of illusions that were manifested, basically.
Is that why she got morph?
Yeah, that's how you got morph originally. Now we have Ugin magic to explain morph, but the red, that's why the red Akroma could morph, was because it was an illusion.
Okay.
Also mechanically, so it could be a surprise attack or all that stuff. But more importantly, we're
not going into mechanics, we're going into lore.
Yeah, pretty much. So the reason Akroma existed was because Ixidor's wife was brutally slaughtered by Phage. We'll talk about Phage in the red episode. Now, one of the things that happens to Akroma is that she loses her legs. Saving Ixidor. She loses her legs, and the people that have been like, oh my gosh, Akroma, you're awesome, and please save us more, they gave her new legs, which in this artwork, if you look at it, you can see that she's got spear legs. None of the other artwork clearly shows it. This one is super clear. Yeah, she's going to stab you if she step on you. And I was looking at the older Chroma artwork. You can kind of see that maybe she's got greaves on that look like that, but it's not explicitly shown. And then the newer artwork for Akroma, both the red and the white one, they have it's mainly from belly button up for that style, that armor style. I think that Akroma is best suited to pair up with Sakashima. Reason being that obviously Sakashima just becomes a copy of Akroma, and then she'll give +1/+1 to Sakashima for having flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, and partner, making him an 11/11. And of course, she will get pumped up by Sakashima's ability, making her an 11/11. And that's just a fun time all around because that's 22 commander damage coming at the opponent very, very quickly, by which I mean on the 7th or 8th turn, depending on what kind of hasty boots you got. And in a white-blue deck, that's not a problem to reach. I could see that being a very strong combo. Joe, now tell me what you think of Akroma.
Just imagine, just like, who's going to spearhead the attack? And then Akroma just like, I can do you one better. Shows off her legs.
Spear leg it.
I can spear leg the attack. She looks really good. I kind of want to put her in an angel deck I designed.
I could see that.
Other than that, she's just a really good card.
Yeah, I really
love that she has partner too. She's amazing on her own. Like, she didn't need partner, and then all of a sudden, so many more combos open up.
It's true. She's crazy. Obviously, there's other partners. There's ways to match everyone up, but these are just personally, I think Sakashima's perfect for her because of the fact that she would otherwise give herself an incredible boost. Next up is Alharu, also known as Alharu. Joe, what do you know about Alharu?
They almost killed you trying to say it.
They.
I'm not usually right when I offer that one, but okay, they almost killed you when you're trying to say it.
Yes, they did. Now, to tell you more, Alharu is, if I'm not mistaken, from a plane we're not entirely sure of. They don't give a clear answer. They're one of the newer legendaries. Akroma, of course, came from an older storyline. Alharu is they're basically they had the sixth sense. They see dead people. They were freaked out of it as a kid, and they decided, you know what, I can help these people find a better life. They can ascend. So that's why when Alharu enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on each of up to 2 of the target creatures, and whenever a non-target creature you control with a +1 counter dies, create a 1/1 spirit. Now, I'm trying to remember which guy I thought Alharu went good with, and I cannot remember. Hold on. I think it was green. Was it green?
Was it green?
Was it green?
Do it green.
Green. Green. Ah, yes. What's happening? I thought that Alharu would go great with Nadir, which is going to be an interesting thing that I'll talk about more in the Black episode. But it says whenever a token leaves the battlefield, put a +1 counter on them, and whenever they leave the battlefield, put in tokens. So this one puts +1 counters, deals with non-token creatures dying, and creates tokens. So
also like black.
And yeah. So with that, you're able to kind of feed into the token strategy that the black version Nadir has. Nadir? Yeah, Nadir. And they work that way. Joe, tell me, how do you feel about them?
With the combo you mentioned, I'm just imagining Alenda going with that.
Oh, Alenda would be great.
Alenda would be amazing with that.
Also,
I used to play Alenda standard.
Yeah.
She was amazing. Not top tier, of course. I got taken down by the net decks and everything, but it was super fun.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm looking for with a lot of these, because this isn't uncommon. Obviously, you're going to play with a better card if you're trying to make a powerful commander deck.
For competitive
Akroma.
Narset.
Akroma and Sakashima both are mythics. That's why they come out the gate and they're smacking you upside the head. This isn't uncommon. So
it's fun.
Yeah, it's just an idea. It's just a way to finagle it. This is interesting.
Excuse me?
Finagle. This is Ardenn. Now, he is obviously from Zendikar. You got floating rocks, you got him hook lining, and he's a core.
And sinker.
and sinker. But the idea behind him is that he basically just goes for the most out of reach areas, the least accessible skyclaves. He challenges himself to go and find artifacts there. And he has countless like super rare things. I didn't ask Joe much about him, but I'm sure you didn't have much to say about him, right?
That's a core.
At the core of it, Joe just cut straight to the core. So as far as actual storyline, that is his story. He is an adventurer. He's an intrepid archaeologist. It's on the tin. I think the best commander to team up with him is this lovable kobold.
Oh, I loved him.
Because first strike Menace Trample, he's just waiting for somebody to buff him. And Ardenn's whole deal is at the beginning of combat, attach any number of R's and equipment you control to target permanent or player. So you can play wide. You can go with a bunch of different things and put down just a ton of equipment. You don't even have to have them equipped. But if it's something like the Colossus Hammer, you just suddenly put that on Rograk. Yeah, that's crazy. It's hilarious. It's delightful. First strike and trample and menace. He's a menace to society.
I've been called that.
You are that. Next up, we have Kyleth, the first of the familiars, the first of the ones that we will spend as little time on as possible. Give it away, Joe. What do you think? That's it is? A horse. It is a horse. I'm on a horse. So the idea behind Kyleth is that it's this mythical steed. It's a faithful steed that appears to whoever it feels like in a battle, and if it appears to you, and
a steed.
If he, so if he, oh my gosh, it's so dumb. It made me forget what I was saying. Call me Steve. If he shows up, that means that whoever he lets ride him is going to win that battle. It's literally just like it chooses heroes and then it's gone.
Your arrogance.
So obviously, it's just a generic put a +1 counter on a commander. There's several commanders that use +1 counters, and it's just generally good. If Samut had partner, I'd be putting that on next to Samut just for the fun of putting a +1 counter on everything. I felt like, but yeah, that's
and for Samut riding a horse.
That would be hilarious too. Did they have horses in Egypt? Yeah, they did.
They had camels.
No, not yet.
And even then, I can probably run faster than this, but
yeah. I'm going to take a drink because this one's going to be a bit to say.
I'm take a drink because this one's going to be a bit for you to say.